Hey guys, it's Phoenix, and first of all, thank you so much for all of the support for the trainer battle, which I showed you guys 2 days ago. If you guys have not seen the trainer battle, I'll leave a card annotation right now, because this video will mean no sense at all to you guys if you have not seen it. Also, there's going to be an unlisted video in the video description, which will be the behind the scenes for the entire trainer battle creation. You guys can watch that, it's going to be pretty long, but hope you guys will still enjoy it. But before I get into that, I'd like to quickly show you guys how we did the boss health bar, because that was an element of interest from you guys. And another element of interest was how come we didn't use the XP bar to show the Pokemon's HP. And the simple answer to that question is we can't, because there's really no command for it. There's no minus XP command, there's only a minus L command. It would be way too unreasonable to do that. So let's quickly show you guys how I did the boss health bar. And first of all, what you need to do is determine how much health you want your boss to have. And in this case, Drillbell had a HP of 25, and if you multiply that by 6, which is what you need to do, multiply it by 6, you get 150. Then we simply summon a silent no AI with the boss in that case. There we go. And then every time you want to minus 1 HP from this boss, you just need to summon an instant healing potion with an amplifier of 0. Right above the wither boss, and you can see it actually loses 1 HP. If you want to increase the HP damage, all you need to do is apply the following formula, which I'm going to smack in the front of the screen right now. It's a little bit, I don't know, it depends on what level of mathematics you're at. So if I do this, apply an amplifier of 1, you raise the power of B to 2. So the damage would cause is 3 times 2 to the power of 2, which is 12. And then you need to divide 12 by 6, which becomes 2 HP. So that means if I do that, it's going to do 2 HP of damage. Gets a little bit tricky because if I do an amplifier of 2, which becomes 3 times 2 to the power of 3, which is 3 times 8, it becomes 24. And then you divide that by 6, which becomes 4. So it's not as simple as you think, which is why sometimes, I'll show you in a minute, but that's why sometimes I've had to combine some of the command blocks in order to create the accurate damage. So this is obviously going to kill him very, very quickly. Hopefully you guys would use this to your advantage in your map making abilities. But otherwise, let's get straight to the redstone, the complicated redstone required to run the trainer battle. Alright, let's see if I can quickly speed through this. So firstly, the player triggers the redstone by simply being at the platform right there. And then this will set a redstone block here, which runs an entire sequence of events. I've marked these things with variables here because these will need to change depending on the trainer and the Pokemon party. So these are just basic tell raw commands, which you can use with minecraftjson.com in order to generate these. And then we need to test for which Pokemon is underground, which is just down there. I'll show you that in a minute. And then as soon as that is tested successfully, we run the next one, which actually summons the wither boss with the correct health here. When that's done, it does a whole bunch of other things. It runs this line of command blocks, which determines the enemy attack, which clones a set of animations, which I'll show you also in a minute. And then this is the randomizer, which actually selects a random attack. I'm not going to go through that either. There's a lot here. And this does a particle when the Pokemon comes out of the Pokeball. This is the thing that actually determines the attack and the basic menus. This is the most important one. This actually shows you which attacks are available. Obviously it's blank right now because the system is not running. So that's that. That will actually be varied a lot. That is when it happens. This is what happens when the battle ends. That stuff over there. Not going to go through that either. There's just so much to get through. Alright. And I want to make this video as short as possible. These are the pods which determines the different attacks possible for when you capture the Pokemon. We need to make this 100% replicable, otherwise there'll just far too much redstone involved in this. There's a lot of redstone involved already. This is Pyrays. You can't really tell, but this is actually Pyrays. This is tested successfully underground with the redstone underneath. This is the foe's party Pokemon, obviously blank right now because we haven't triggered the line of redstone. This is all of the different attack animations available. Of course, once the wild Pokemon or foe's Pokemon is summoned, we clone the correct line of redstone over here, which will determine the animations and type of attacks available to the Pokemon. That's the enemies one here. This is the one for us. All of these command blocks here will obviously remove the PP. Obviously, we need to use PP here. This will not change. This is just scored values. This will target the correct Pokemon standing up above, which I showed you earlier. This is the set attacks for what is in your party. When TMs are used, you simply have to overwrite all of this with the correct one. And lastly, we have to talk about the damage calculation. This is done by setting a base power attack or base power defense for the Pokemon, which is done over there. And obviously it's going to be different for every single attack, but obviously these ones will change as well. These have a set, this armor stand here has a set score for stats, which is run through this command block line here. Done by the amazing Ultra Fire Knight. He is a brilliant guy. So this line of command blocks here will set the attack power for the different Pokemon. Obviously this will be different for every different type of Pokemon, but that's that. Alright, so hopefully I covered all of that. If you guys would like to see how we created the entire thing, I will leave an unlisted video in the video description for you guys to check out. Obviously someone's broken a command block here. But other than that, I think I'll leave you guys with what the damage calculator looks like. The damage calculator is actually almost 100% accurate, but obviously not 100% accurate because scoreboards don't support decimals. So we're dealing with very large numbers here. But I can assure you that it will include every single element of Pokemon battling. So obviously you guys can be very excited about that. But otherwise, thanks for watching. This is a very quick, very brief, almost a rushed recap of the entire battle system with all the redstone. Maybe some other time I'll go through it more in detail. But otherwise, thanks for watching. As always, subscribe to my channel for more creative content and Pokemon Vanilla Minecraft update videos. As always, take care.